Hi, my name's Simon Kirby and I'm here with my sisters.
I'm Sarah. And I'm Rachael.
And we're here to talk about our mum, Anne, and her experience at Dorothea Ward. We can't say exactly what that reason was for the longevity and the success of the treatment, but we know for sure that the care and advice that she was given at Dorothea had a huge amount to play with it. She was a one-woman panzer division, and basically this disease got in the way of her life, and so she just trampled on it the best she could. But the framework that she was given by everyone at Dorothea, from reception to nurses to consultants, was consistent in terms of its delivery, and she followed through to the letter with everything that she was given. The experience enabled her to live a happy life.
She was cross at first that she'd been diagnosed with myeloma and that she would have to change her life to encompass the treatment. And when they told her this, she said, well, that's ridiculous because I've got dance classes and I don't want to cancel those. That nature was very much respected on Dorothea. She was a bit of a force to be reckoned with, but there was respect and understanding of how Mum was. And probably that was some reason why she did attack myeloma for so much longer than anyone thought she might. But all I can tell you about that place is it's got a magic to it. And I certainly, as a daughter, was terrified, but the compassion and the care of the staff there took my fear away.
The first time Mum went, I went with her, and I went into the treatment room with her, and yet I felt nothing in the time that I was there. I didn't feel nervous, I didn't feel ill at ease, I didn't feel joyous and happy that I was there, but I certainly didn't feel any negativity or anxiety or worry about the treatment that Mum was getting, and she felt the same. And I think it's really important that this is a journey that one person will go on, but that one person has a support network of many people, and it's important that everyone looks at it as a whole.
I remember right at the beginning of Mum's treatment, I think it was one of the first times we went, and we sat in the waiting room, and she looked at me and she said, Sarah, what's all that laughing and joking going on in there? And I said, oh, I'm not really sure, Mum. I said, maybe something's going on. And it wasn't long after that she realised that was commonplace for Dorothea Ward. People were laughing and they were joking, and then at first I understand that's really hard to understand, but it was part of the charm and magic of that ward. People were at ease, people felt comfortable, you were able to laugh, you were able to joke, and the very special people that worked there enabled that. It's a very special place. I remember Mum was quite a little lady, she was well under 5 foot. And I remember, again, the staff going to, extra length to make sure she was comfortable once she was in the treatment chair. So they would adjust it for her, and she suffered from the cold quite badly. Yes. And one of the lovely, kind things they did, without being asked, again, they just knew what to do for her. They would bring her a heated blanket. And, they get to know the patient, not as a patient, but as a person.
Some people might want to put a pair of headphones on, some people want to read a book. Mum just wanted just to while the time away.
And talk.
Exactly that, yeah, just talk to people. And then afterwards, it was as if nothing had happened. It was as if nothing had happened at all. She would sometimes want to go home, sometimes she'd want to go to Costa, sometimes she'd want to go to the co-op. But ultimately, she never used to talk about the treatment in such a way that it was a big deal.
No.
Never at all. It was just another thing in her life. As much as getting the weekly shopping from Mr. Sainsbury, as she used to call him. So it was just part of the structure of everyday life, really. And I think that's also important to remember as well, because these aren't ad hoc trips. This is a course of treatment, and it's something that has to be calendarised and something that has to be gone through. But within the first couple of visits, it was just that time every week. And it just became part of normal every week life for us all, I think.
And they were so kind, because Mum struggled in mornings, and they would bend over backwards on that ward to give her an afternoon appointment. And it was normally 2:30. And that is so considerate, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, heaven forbid that they want to see Mum in the morning anyway, so it's probably for their own benefit, I have to say. Some people
I think Mum and I were expecting to go into Dorothea ward and see beds, like in a regular ward. No, there's these beautiful chairs, all spaced out, with lots of equipment around them. And Mum probably worked her way around every single chair in that ward over the 5 years that she was there. And she always said I was very comfortable. You know, they really did. Those chairs are vital to comfort during your treatment. And I think that this appeal, this very important cause, it feels like now it's part of Mum's legacy, and that's why it's so important to us. And if you ever find yourself in the waiting room or going into the ward for whatever reason, please take a moment to read the poem that is just by the door, called The Cherry Tree, which was a poem Mum wrote, and it's very special because it's really about her journey with her illness and about her being a fighter and being strong. So just take a read, and hopefully you'll be able to feel that strength and that positivity for yourself.